Hello and welcome to yet another Up the Beers beer review. It's been a little minute since I've recorded one of these. I've just come off of a month of no drinking. Decided COVID lockdown was a good excuse to drink a lot of alcohol. So post COVID lockdown, I decided I should probably take a break. But that break has now been broken, and what a good way to get back onto the horse than with a interesting little beer. It's a Nitro double vanilla oat cream latte stout. That one's a bit of a mouthful. It's a beer that comes recommended from the New Zealand office. He had it a little bit ago. He said it's quite good. He said it was very coffee, which I appreciate in a beer. One of my favorite beers, as you may have seen, is the Flat White Stout by 8 Wyatt. So I'm always down for a coffee beer. He says that normally Garage Project, the people that make this beer, normally their stouts are a little bit thin, but he says this one's quite good. It's got a lot of body, which you obviously want from a stout. Doesn't seem to list which hops are on there. Just the standard info. We'll give a quick read of the blurb. It's a Nitro, as you probably heard from the title, so you do have to shake it up. We do have new carpet here in the old house, so he's hoping I don't spill shit everywhere. The description goes, Nitro double vanilla oat creme, or looks to be creme instead of cream, oat creme latte stout. How do you like your coffee hit? Juicy 2-row malt, creamy rolled oats, and roasted barley. Delicately sweet milk sugar. A cold infused freshly ground blend of Central American coffee beans, perfectly roasted to accentuate their full-bodied cacao flavor and delicate citrus acidity. Rested on whole vanilla pods and finished on nitrogen for super smooth mouthfeel and luscious latte foam. Don't forget to stamp your card. It's a very hilarious joke. It's a standard 6.5 alcohol per volume, moderately level of power for the 2.3 standard drinks. It's good actually. I prefer my stouts to be around the 6.5 mark. I don't really like them when they get up into the sort of 8 or 9% mark. I find them to be too... The high alcohol content takes away from the nice body, I find, more often than not. So, without any further ado, let's crack it open. Let's, first we'll give it a shake. Classic Nitro's beer style. So you chill it, then you do a couple of these. One more than the instructions said. Hopefully I didn't fuck everything up. And peel off the top, so it doesn't fucking spill everywhere. Only mildly. And let's try giving it a pour. Got my classic Cooper's cup, so let's see how it pours. So you want to pour it fast because it's a Nitro. Unfortunately, the cup won't hold everything in the can, so there's still a little bit left over there. You can see, it definitely does have the nice Nitro look. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but definitely has that nice sort of flowing through, fills out to a nice, thick, very creamy looking head. You can pretty much just see the thickness in that. Like, that is intense. It has a very nice dark color. I really like that color. That does evoke strong coffee sort of look to it. It looks like what's it called? It's a Greek coffee. It's not a frappe, it's the other one. Where they basically just take black coffee, mix it with water and sugar, pour it over ice, and it always has like this sort of creamy head on top from the crema. It's quite good. Strongly recommend it. I'll name drop it in the description below because I completely blanked on what it's called. But back to the beer. Let's give that one a quick smell. Smells more stout than coffee. I am getting coffee aromas though, for sure. They're coming through. It's a bit mild. It does smell very similar to the Flat White Stout. smells quite good actually. It's not a super strong aroma, it's more of a mild one. I am interested to give this a taste, so let's get into it. Oh, that has got coffee taste to it. That is no joking around here. Does have a coffee taste. That's nice. I will say the taste is good, but honestly, I think this beer would be better if it wasn't a nitro. When you drink a nitro, obviously it's not going to be really carbonated. It's basically just drinking a flat beer. And while I occasionally like a nitro, I think just having a regular non-nitro version of this would be better. I think that the slight extra acidity that the carbonation gives, along with the mouthfeel that a carbonation gives, would do better for this beer than the creaminess. I think you get plenty of creaminess from the oats. I don't think the additional creaminess of the nitro really adds much punch here. I think the nitro is wasted on this beer. The flavor's good though. It is coffee, it's tasty. I would drink it again. If you're looking for a coffee beer, this is a good stand-in. I don't think it quite trumps my all-time favorite coffee beer, unfortunately. I don't think many things will, but as far as coffee beers goes, it is nice. I would recommend it. What would I rate it on the jeans scale? Now, of course, the question you've all been waiting for. I'd be amiss if I didn't talk about the price. Now, this one here is not a cheap beer. It cost me $13 per can. I bought 4 cans, so that's $52, and there was $10 shipping, I believe. I'm sure you might be able to find it cheaper in bottle shops. I had to order a special online. It's probably cheaper in New Zealand as well, where it comes from. Again, I had to order a special online. So a recommendation of the New Zealand office. So the price is quite steep. Would I recommend it at that price? I would recommend 1. If you can find a single at your bottle shop, I'd recommend giving it a go for the sort of interest factor. As a regular drinker, it's an absolute no-go. You can have it out when you're at a pub on tap, sure. Never buy a carton of this for home. It's just too expensive. Okay, so getting back to the gene scale, as I was saying, I just, when you factor in the price, and you factor in the sort of the missingness of the nitro factor, the nitroness doesn't really add anything to it, I don't think. But then you account for like the presentation is fantastic. It's a very nice looking beer. You see that and you think, oh, that's not a beer, that's a coffee. You're drinking just a black coffee. And that's what you want from a coffee beer. Coffee beer looking like coffee is A+. Can design, it's okay. I don't think it's anything spectacular. It's not my favorite can design from Garage Project. I think they've done better. It's not my least favorite either. Taste, it tastes like coffee. It's got a nice coffee taste. I don't think it has that quite punch that it could have. I definitely think some carbonation would add to the flavor as well as the mouthfeel. It does feel a little bit thin despite the fact that it's an oat cream beer. It doesn't feel as thick as you expect it to based on what the head looks like. Overall, it's a nice beer. Not one of my favorites. I would give it probably 75 genes. 75 genes. If you're a big fan of like your sort of nitros, you'd probably be able to knock it up to like a 63 genes. But yeah, that's my rating. 75 genes from my personal perspective for that one. Give it a go if you can see it, but don't go out of your way. It's not really worth it, if I'm entirely honest. Be better off giving other coffee beers a go. So that's been another Ben's review from the UpTheBeers channel. Plenty more to come. I've still got that Cooper's beer. I've got a review that I promised many reviews ago. That's coming up. It's in my fridge. It's been sitting there fermenting, aging, getting ready. It's now limited edition. And yeah, so hope you all enjoyed. Leave any recommendations for beers in the comments. I know no one's going to watch this, but you know, it's what the YouTubers say. And don't forget to go fuck yourself.